Alright, welcome back to part 5 of the Bureau XCOM Declassified. I just got what I assume to be some sort of free reign around the Bureau, or whatever the hell this place is called, the Crater, or whatever the hell it is. Okay, so there are a few...
Headed with this.
Just running it over to the armory.
I wasn't told about any deliveries.
In case you haven't noticed, things are a little hectic around here right now. There's a war on.
Sorry, Doc, but we're gonna have to hold you here while we check this with Central.
Central? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's right. I forgot. None of you people can think for yourselves.
Watch yourself, Doc. Lighthouse, point 1.
Point 1, go for Lighthouse.
Hey, I got one of the white coats here with a hazmat delivery for the QM. Says he had it scheduled, but I don't have any transfers on my dock.
Stand by. I'll check the logs.
I really don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. Every moment is vital to our success.
Sorry, Doc. We got orders.
Wow. A lot of, like, you know, radiant dialogue or whatever. I think I had, like, a side quest to check... Yeah, right here, to check this radio. Interesting, little, like, side missions and stuff like that. I had no idea this game had that.
2. Message repeats. 250.
Better make a note of this and talk to one of the radio operators.
9.
You probably ought to run that by Operator Chelsky across
Message
the hall.
repeats.
Might be important.
250. November 8. 9.
Yeah. I just tuned it like some music, I think. Nice. What's this? 250 November 892. 250 N 892. Interesting.
What is it, Will?
Okay, cool. So I already
I'd better go see what the old man wants.
See you later, Will.
I already got all my dialogue options all finished up with him. Communications. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize I'd have kind of like a free reign in the place. I assume more of it like opens up as the game goes on. Look at him overlooking the entire like ground floor.
You the dispatcher?
A little more than that, Agent Carter. I'm Chief Information Officer with the Bureau.
Information officer, what does that mean?
I oversee the dispatchers, but in addition to that, I also manage our public communications and keep our profile low. And for now, my job is also keeping the public from knowing the scope of the threat.
Yeah. These animations are really weird. She's like staring at my neck while she talks. It's just really strange.
Because rioting mobs of civilians are the last thing we need right now.
Exactly. You and your agents contain the enemy's attacks, and my operators will keep the public panic level in check.
I'll try not to distract you too much.
As long as you have a good reason. What do you need, sir?
Isn't the enemy jamming all communications?
Yes, most broadcasting equipment is facing heavy interference, cutting effective range down to less than 5% of normal.
Then how are you...
Our equipment is significantly more robust. We're still communicating at approximately 90% of effective range. The best of the best, you know.
What does the population know?
They're worried about the communications blackout, but our operatives in the major cities are keeping them in line.
Keeping them in line? You make it sound like they've declared martial law.
Nothing as heavy-handed as that, just a series of emergency preparedness tests. They'll be tense, but orderly.
Radio's been playing a strange broadcast. Any idea what it means?
I heard. It's probably an automated weather station nearby, but I suppose it might be instructions for picking up a weaker signal. A clever broadcaster could bypass the worst of the jamming that way.
It could be survivors. We could bring them in.
It's worth checking out. I'll have Operator Hughes run the radio while you give us the data.
First set the range to...
Shit. What the hell was it? 2? Well, hang on a second. I don't remember what the coordinates were. It was like 2 something something November Whiskey Delta. Okay. We tried 250.
Set the range to 250.
Now the direction?
Well, it was November.
Set the direction north.
And the frequency?
Set the frequency to 892 megahertz.
Checking ultra-high frequency. Nothing. Wait. What is... It's survivors. They're trying to warn others of the attack.
Reply. Tell them they aren't alone. We'll do what we can to assist.
We'll dispatch someone to help, but we'll also have to make sure they stop broadcasting immediately. We can't risk that information spreading.
As long as they get rescued.
Huh. Wow. So yeah, because it was... Oh, I was going to go back and check that. I just feel like... Yeah, 250892. Okay, well, my memory was a little more descriptive than I thought. I think that was really cool. I had no idea. Kind of like small scale, like puzzles, so to speak. That like if I didn't remember that, either it wouldn't have worked. I would have had to go back over there and check the note or whatever. I love the dialogue in this game. It's just that like you can tell there's a couple things kind of like missing out in this game. Like when she's like, we'll check the frequency. She doesn't even like turn around or do anything. She's just like checking frequency. Okay, good. Like, you know, there's some stuff missing, but it's better than the sum of its parts. That's the idea of this game. It's like everything kind of comes together, and everything comes together, and it's like, yeah, all right, cool. You feel like you're a part of this like secret government agency, like trying to fucking kill aliens. Interesting. I think I've expunged.
Yes, sir?
Yeah, I've expunged all my dialogue options with her.
Thanks for the information.
Just doing my job.
Cool. I like this. Get to walk around, shoot the shit with some of the other team members, so to speak. Huh. Interesting. I don't think anyone down here is like has any dialogue options at all. Oh no, there's a handcart in the way. Oh man, if only it had wheels, I could push it. Sorry, okay, how the hell do I get upstairs? There's nothing more for me to... Oh, there we go. There you go.
You were there. You saw what he was capable of.
I did. It's just... his file paints a different picture.
They're talking about me in there. I don't like it, but they're talking about me. What the hell's this?
Okay, agents, let's begin. We going on another wild goose chase, Director? Not this time, agents, because I brought in an expert agent who I expect to turn the tide. Allow me to introduce your new senior agent, Miss Angela Weaver. Agent Weaver, please begin.
Good evening, agents. Now, we have reason to believe our target is...
Is this some kind of joke?
I assure you, I do not joke about potential
Come on, miss. Get back to reception and leave the real work to us, okay?
Asshole.
Agent Percy, watch your tone.
Director, how many concrete cases of the Outsiders have your agents uncovered to this date?
That would be 0.
And how many have I uncovered in my own investigations?
2 confirmed, 1 pending.
Thank you, Director. If I may continue...
Listen up, Agent Percy. Maybe you'll learn how to do your job. Yes, sir.
Now, we have reason to
wrong.
believe an infiltrator has compromised military command.
Okay, that must be it. Sheesh, these are like really fleshed out. A lot of like background and like audio logs and shit like that. Can't go in there. There we go. Talking about putting cameras and shit everywhere. Kind of a portent of things to come.
Speak of the devil.
Carter,
Here I am.
good. Agent Weaver is afraid you don't play well with others. I tend to see that as an asset.
Alright. Hold on a second, I want to listen to this audio log.
To conclude, all signs show a pattern of systemic interference that
Come over
cannot
here,
be
Carter.
explained
I'd
by
like a
known
word.
enemies. Excellent work as always, Falk. But I'm not sure what you're suggesting. These activities aren't from the Reds. They aren't from any known source on Earth, so we must examine alternative sources. You mean to say, aliens? It's more likely than you think. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. Oh, okay, Myron. I think you've been working too hard. Take a little time off, maybe a vacation and... No, listen, this is too important to ignore. My team has already uncovered a half dozen potential cases of outside interference. No, you listen. I have a meeting with the generals in 2 days, and I will not have you making a laughingstock out of this department. General Deems is already talking about cutting funding, and if that happens, you and your team will be out. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. Perhaps you're right about that vacation.
That's more like it. Someplace nice and sunny. Lots of fresh air, like New Mexico.
Jeez. Alright.
What do you want from me, sir?
You're not here in this facility by chance. I brought you here quite purposefully. I've been following your career for some time.
You brought me here? I seem to remember it was me who saved your ass when hell broke loose. You may have arranged the ride, but...
And I would have expected nothing less from you. I appreciate what you did back there, but I also expected it of you. I knew you had it in you. You understand that?
Yeah, I think I see where you're coming from. You see some magic spark in me that the rest of the brass can't see.
No, not the brass. It's you who refuses to see it. Ever since the loss you suffered. And I'm sorry for that loss, Carter, but I don't think you're meant to sit it out on the sidelines. I think it's time you got another shot at being the agent you were meant to be.
You have been doing your homework. What do? Just watch people for a living? You are right about one thing, though. I'm not gonna sit back while this country gets ripped apart by these freaks.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Interesting.
What do we know about the enemy?
Very little. Before this morning, we only knew of scattered oddities. We weren't even sure if they were connected.
Such as?
Deposits of the substance called Illyrium were found in various locations across the nation. There were weather oddities. We received and investigated reports of what we called thinnings, localized instances where the very fabric of reality itself seemed to be warping, then dissolving.
And this was kept secret?
From whom? The populace? The news would have generated mass panic. No, the circle was kept quite small on this.
What is this place? I mean, when aliens from another world aren't attacking our planet.
This facility is essentially fulfilling its intended function right now. It was created to respond to a potential invasion on domestic soil.
Do all of these people work here?
No. Typically, you won't find much more than a skeleton crew here. But certain carefully selected individuals across all military disciplines are aware of this facility's existence. In the case of a domestic invasion, they're under orders to arrive here.
I never knew about this place.
Well, based on your performance at Groom Range, I'd say that omission was a grievous oversight.
What's our plan?
Our first order of business is to get this facility running at full capacity. I believe our best shot at defeating an enemy with superior technology is to take that technology from them and make it our own.
And we got the facilities to do that?
We're still finishing construction on the lab, but we've already got one of the best leading the team, Dr. Dressner, and he won't be doing it alone. I'm in the midst of organizing field teams to be sent on recon and recruitment missions for other specialists.
Alright, cool.
I'm heading down to the ready room.
De Silva will meet you there and help you assemble a team. Get moving.
This is way more involved than I thought. I don't usually, Man of Science. There's like coffee stains on the paperwork. I don't usually watch like trailers and reveals and gameplay videos. I like to let the game do its own talking when I start playing it. But I can't go in there and talk to her. Yeah, so certain things are shut off at certain times. I'm assuming it'll just kind of open up like dynamically as it wants me to talk to people. But yeah, I usually don't do, like, it's not that I don't do my homework. Like, I knew what this game was about, but I didn't know how deep it went. So it's pretty cool. I like being surprised. Alright, now that stupid guy with his cart is gone. There's nothing more to say here. The Silva's gone. Let's do
Welcome
this.
aboard, sir.
Cool.
What do they look like?
I heard some of them look like us.
No way. I've seen them. They look like some kind of... I don't know, some kind of monsters or something.
Lab. R8F. Ready room, armory, firing range. And then operations and engineering. Interesting. always some kind of base building with XCOM. Oh, that there's lines on the fucking floor. That's awesome. Ready room is all that way. Let me just take a peek around.
You lost, pal? Well, ready room's that way.
Wait a minute, what was... Oh, what was this way? Ah. I cannot believe they put the fucking lines in the ground.
How's it going, Agent Carter?
That's so funny. So often games you can get lost in so easily. It's really
Yes,
funny.
Director. I'll tell him right away.
Hold on a sec. Let me just read a couple things real quick here. Okay. Rosemont University it is. Shut up. I'm looking around.
Take a seat, gentlemen. Director Falk has personally chosen you for this initiative, and I will be your team leader. It's an honor to work with you, Agent De Silva. We're all honored, I'm sure, but the director wasn't very clear about what we'd be doing. For the most part, it's what you're familiar with. You're all experienced field agents, so investigation and recovery in hostile environments aren't new to you. You said it best in the service, and it brings all the normal risks of any field work involving hostiles. Yes, but Director Falk said something about unusual subjects? Yes, they might be different than you're used to. You mean we're not going after the Reds? So who are we looking for? We believe we have uncovered a new enemy of the state. We'll be investigating the exact nature of their organization. Oh, understood. I think. You can put us up against anybody in the world, sir. Yes, well, about that.
Now, normally when I'm playing a game, I usually don't go and try to find every little collectible, but this game's a bit different. It's not all about the action and all that shit. So I'm gonna just kind of stop and smell the roses when I can. Yeah, I mean those audio logs aren't too long, so it's not a big deal.
The old man just called down. Says one of the scientists is missing. Disappeared, along with his research in high explosives.
Does Falk think he's gone rogue?
Maybe, but we can't risk a panic. Nils is tracking him down, but you need to get a team ready to help, quick and quiet.
Sweet. Select agents. Oh, this is sweet. This is really like, yeah, they don't just like give you like guys to... They don't just give you guys to order around and all this stuff. I assume there's like some sort of involved process.
Come on, Will. Pick a team. No more flying solo.
Alright, I'm just gonna get the next part going, and then I'll pick a team and head out.